This is the part where I start preparing you guys for George Mason to win a national championship and be the best team on our schedule. And let me just take the words out of your mouth. So, but you're right. That's exactly what I'm going to try to do. So George Mason came in a few years ago and actually led at halftime. We had jumped on them pretty good, and they're a talented team. They're a really veteran team. They have 3 grad transfers. They have 2 seniors and 1 junior in their top 6 players. And their top 6 or 7 players are really, really good. And a couple of individuals that at their position are going to be matchups that'll be as good a matchup as our guys, will have. I know Kim English for a long time. I was a big fan of his as a player, and have a little bit of a relationship with him. He's one of the bright young coaches in college basketball, and he's already off to a great start. Last year they went down to Georgia, beat them start to finish, beat Maryland at Maryland, which is a huge game obviously for George Mason in that market. And it was a 5-point game with 3 to go at Kansas last year. And these guys bring a lot of people back. So when you think about our team, we've got a few veterans, but we also have some really young players. When Yohan Traor's out there, he's going to be going up against a guy that's 4 or 5 years older than he is. Same thing would be true at a couple of other positions. So, I thought that what we saw in the exhibition the other night was sort of more the same, and that is, great balance. It was great to see Al move like he moved, and he's consistently been practicing effectively. Particularly happy with his 4 assists and 2 turnovers, and just the way he played. Obviously, Jalen Williams had a incredibly efficient night with the exception of foul trouble. I thought Trey Donaldson, as a freshman, was super solid, and this is a team that has got to continue to obviously work to get better, so we're excited about getting started on Monday. We do have some guys out. So John I has been in a boot since the game. He only played 10 minutes. There was some against Huntsville. There was some thought about not playing him just because he's had a bad ankle. He probably won't practice today. I think he'll play on Monday, but that's a challenge for us. We got a couple guys that are out with the flu. Jalen Harper is out with the flu. Alan Flanagan is out with the stomach virus, and Jalen Williams is out with a migraine. And there's a lot of flu going on around campus, and so we'll be a little bit shorthanded today. And today will be our only day to be in the main gym, as volleyball's got 2 home games the next 2 days. So we'll try to get a lot of shots today with the guys that are here, and get ourselves ready to go.
Questions?
George Mason took and made a lot of threes last season. You expect him to kind of the same kind of offensive game plan from them?
Yeah, they've got great shooters. They'll put 3 or 4 guys on the floor at the same time that can really shoot the ball, and they've got a tremendous post on the inside in Josh Adoro. Josh Adoro was the leading scorer in the A-10. He was the best big man in the A-10, and of course the A-10 was the same league with St. Louis. In fact, last year, another score. St. Louis beat these guys in double overtime. St. Louis just gave us all we can handle. So this is a really tough opener. It is. It just is, especially when you're playing an older, experienced team. The good news about Israel is we had that experience. The bad news is Israel is everybody's got 3 tapes on us with our personnel, so they all saw those games, and we have nothing on George Mason, so they have an advantage. But Oduro he can score it. He's a hard guy to play one-on-one in the post because he's so good one-on-one, but you come off him, he's an even better passer. Tough matchup.
And you were expecting UAH to take a lot of threes. How do you think you guys did guarding the perimeter?
I thought we did a good job guarding the perimeter, and we made 7. I thought we wore them out a little bit, and that was a key to us being able. That was the only way Huntsville could beat us is from 3. This team can beat us from 3, free and 2.
Bruce, you touched on Yo and Trey, their performance the other night, but is it promising to see kind of how effective and efficient they were, their first time out there playing in front of a crowd before their season actually
Yeah, it is promising. It is. They're both good freshmen. They're both good players, and they're both getting better. But they will play somewhat like freshmen. They just will. So you see the talent. You see the work ethic. Trey is an older soul, having been a football player and being he's a more mature kid. Yo is, and again, the word talent just gets thrown around where it gets misunderstood. He's got so much upside. He's got such a great body. He's worked on his body. He's got a lively body. He's such a good athlete. He's got some skill level because he can shoot it and put it on the floor a little bit. And he's just extremely young in the game. And he's going to be going up against a guy in Devontae Gaines that has just, been doing this for a long time, Monday night, Devontae Gaines, for example, will have the advantage because he's played in 80 college basketball games, and this will be Yo's first. Yo's got great upside. And so, same thing with Trey. Trey will be playing against guys that have transferred in and older players. So that'll be our challenge.
Bruce, you guys still sorting out your starting lineup and playing rotations?
Yeah, I got groups of guys that I feel comfortable playing together, groups of guards, groups of bigs, I don't, I think because there hasn't been, the good news is, and my starters won't love hearing this, but there hasn't been great separation between my starters and they're coming off the bench. But the good thing is we don't drop off. So, we'll see who starts and we'll see who finishes. But it may not be the same every night.
All good? Noah has one.
What can we expect as far as minutes from the bench players coming into the game?
I just think there's going to be a lot of we'll play 10-man rotation. I would anticipate, and so that'll be, again, we got to go to our strength, and I think that's our strength is our depth.
Brian Matthews. You had one?
No.
Okay.
Very good. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.